everyone, this is Ashmita from Sources Classes. Now, you all have come for the solution portion of the IES ISS General Studies paper for this year, that's 2022. And you can see on your screen it's written that this is question paper. And if you have been following my videos, you would come to know that I have been solving each of these questions in each of my videos. So in today's class, we are going to focus on only one question, that is 2D, that is number 2D, which says assess the prospect of the food processing industry with suitable examples from India. So the prospect, like how much how much profitable will this industry become one day in India, and are there any future prospects of this food processing industry? How is it going to help India in its growth and development? That is what we need to talk about over here. Okay. So we also need to give certain suitable examples, and you cannot make up the examples. You have to give real examples. Okay. Uh, yes. Yes, so let's get to see what kind of points we could have incorporated in this answer. And let me tell you, here you have to write within 200 words. Okay. The answer you need to write within 200 words, not exceeding it. And yeah, so let's see what kind of points we could have included. And here I'm not going to write exactly 200 words, rather I will be giving you the points that you can write over here. Okay, and the rest explanation you need to write. Okay, so we need we need to understand the prospect of the food processing industry in India in the future years. Okay, what's going on in this industry and what is its future prospects, right? So, number 2D. Food processing is simply a method by which agricultural products are transformed into food products that are fit for consumption. Okay, so from raw materials, then it gets processed, and then it gets fit for consumption purpose. So it involves different ways of processing, such as grinding grain to make raw flour, home cooking, and industrial methods to produce convenience foods, including noodles, like fast food. We are talking about pasta and chips. The food processing industry forms a major part of the India's economy owing to the variety of food products that the country harvests and further processes for consumption. So you need to talk about what's going on in this industry. Like present scenario, I would say talk about the present scenario first. You cannot jump into the future prospects or about the past scenario of this food processing industry. First, you need to introduce what is food processing industry. That is, you need to provide an introduction. Then you need to talk about the present scenario, like what foods can be considered, like what food can be considered as processed, like how it is capturing the market. Okay, that you need to talk about. India is the largest producer of milk, bananas, then mangoes, guavas, papaya, ginger, okra, second largest of wheat, rice, fruits, vegetables, tea, sugarcane, and cashew nuts, and the third largest producer of cereals, coconut, lettuce, chicory, nutmeg, maize, cardamom, and pepper worldwide. So you need to talk about what food are leading to the growth of India, like internationally, food leading to India's growth. You need to talk about that. Rising incomes and a growing demand for healthy packaged food ensure that this industry is likely to sustain all seasons and never fear a recession. So food is actually the only thing that we earn money for. Yes. So firstly we focus on food, because without food we cannot get that fuel to work or to do anything. Food is the primary, the most important thing in our life. Okay. So demand for food will never decrease. That is what they are trying to say. Demand for food will always increase. And in this fast-paced life, demand for food will always be at the peak, and it will never face recession. This they will never face. Okay. They will never face recession. So it will always go at the peak. So that is why the concept of fast food and packaged food have come about. Okay, these two industries, like packaged food, tinned food, canned food, these things are just increasing day by day. Okay, like love for packaged food, love for fast food we are talking about. Okay, this has increased the processing industry much more. Like demand for the food processing industry has increased because of these two things. In fast-paced life, we are focusing on fast food and packaged food and tinned food. All right, and these have longer shelf life. Hence, they can be used at any time. Like we can say burgers, Maggie. They have a very long shelf life. Okay. The industry also receives growing support from the government. So the government is also supporting. Next, you need to give suitable examples as we have read in the questions. So here you need to provide a little bit of statistics about the market statistics you can talk about. India's food processing sector is one of the largest in the world, and its output is expected to reach US dollar 535 billion by 2025 and 26. So here we have started focusing on the prospects. Okay. We have talked about the importance of the industries, the food industries, which are going to capture the market very soon. And now we are focusing on the future prospects. This sector is expected to generate 9 million jobs by 2024. So, the more unhealthy food we are having, the more processed food we are having, it is generating employment. The Indian food industry is expanding at a CAGR of 11%, and the food processing sector accounts for 32% of the total food industry. So they are talking about here. You can incorporate how much percentage is the Indian food industry securing. Okay, India's food sector attracted US dollar 4.18 billion in foreign direct investments between April 2014 and March 2020. So you can talk about foreign investments. Foreign investments are being done because people see that there is too much of profit in this India's food sector, India's food processing sector. So lots of foreign investments we can see, because returns are there, quite good returns are there. By the year 2030, Indian annual household consumption is expected to triple, making India the fifth largest consumer in the world. So, as you can see, population is rising, so demand for food is also rising, and hence, through a little bit of case study, we can see that by 2030, Indian annual household consumption is expected to reach triple, which will make India the fifth largest consumer in the world. Next, we are going to do a little bit of prospect analysis and the trend analysis of how this is going to actually capture the market. That is key growth drivers and trends. Now, there is growth in the organized food retail sector, and there is increase in urbanization. So more people are coming towards the urban areas, that is the cities and towns, and hence more food processing industries are opening in the cities and towns. Okay. Um, You know why these kind of like these kind of industries are growing more and more in the cities? Because it's nearby the water bodies. They can just yeah, they can get water, ample amount of water they can get. Then there are roads and railways, the access to roads and railways. They can just transport food and other materials at a very little cost. So therefore too much of industrialization is taking place in the cities. Okay, so industries are getting built and food processing industries are also getting built. So yes, this is like causing the food sector to increase more and more. Okay, demand for biscuits, demand for canned foods. MSMEs are playing a vital role in India's food processing chain through various advancements in skills and technology. The online food ordering business. So, online food ordering business, yes, we are talking about Zomato, we are talking about then Swiggy, Food Panda, we are talking about all these things. Okay, you can incorporate these in your answer whenever these kind of questions are asked. The latest things that are there. The online food ordering business in India is witnessing an exponential growth. It is also causing employment. It is also generating employment. There is high demand for packaged, healthy, immunity booster snacks such as roasted nuts, popcorns, and roasted pulses. Um, so you can talk about what is actually like having in high demand. People are having in high demand. You can talk about the food that are in high demand, like roasted stuff are um, there in high demand, which is actually capturing the market nowadays. There is a shift in focus from loose to branded packaging. So, branded packaging is another vital thing that you need to talk about. The government's Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative places priority on this sector and offers support through various policies. So, even government is supporting this food processing industry through Atmanirbhar Bharat, where India will be producing its own food and it won't be importing anything from outside. So Atmanirbhar Bharat is another policy which will be of great help from the government. Yes, another example we can give is the state of Telangana example, or you can give any other example from any other state. On 2nd November 2020, for the first time in Uttanur, Telangana, tribal women started a food processing unit. This unit was established through a collaboration between Tribal Cooperative Finance Corporation Limited and other departments are there with the help of government. Okay, so this project aims to localize the production and address the malnutrition besides improving the economic conditions of the tribal communities. The unit Komaram Bhim Peanut Chikki Industries will supply produce to government nutrition programs and Anganwadis in the tribal region. So you see, here's a case study of how this uh, Komaram Bhim Peanut Chikki Industries have flourished. Okay, you can give an example of a case study, like you ought to give suitable examples. Some national food processing industries that have really got a good share in the Indian food processing industry market includes Kisan, Amul, Godrej Industries, Parle Agro Industries, ITC Limited, Agrotech Foods, Dabur India Limited, Britannia Industries Limited, Sunfeast, Haldirams, and so many are there. Various factors, such as rise in health issues, the ongoing COVID 19 pandemic, busy lifestyles, and increase in food adulteration, have witnessed a change in the consumer's buying behavior, which includes demand for ready to cook, ready to eat meals, and healthy immunity boosting snacks. So, talk about, like in details, you need to talk about the food that are actually. are in high demand. High demand food you need to talk about, and why these foods are in high demand. For what? What are the causes for high demand of food? High demand of packaged food. Causes of high demand of packaged food. Now, safe and processed food categories such as biscuits and snacks have seen a growth amid the COVID-19 crisis. Uh, yes, because people hate it to cook, and that's why they wanted everything through online delivery apps, like which was safe, which was like ready to cook, and biscuits and snacks are always in demand. Okay, the growth of food processing sector will be led by demand in retail and rise of health conscious consumers who opt for safe branded food. Currently, the Indian food processing industry has a good mix of operational MSMEs, a strong crop value chain with adequate funding and technology applications will boost the food processing sector via the MSME sector. Yes. So how it will flourish more, you can also talk about that through technological advancements in the MSME sector. It will lead to like great flourishment in the Indian market. Okay, food processing industries will definitely develop more and more and will definitely be the highest like and the best industry in India very soon, because here population is rising, demand for packaged food is rising, which will ultimately lead to the food processing industry getting its share. Okay, so that's it for today's class. We're going to continue with the rest of the questions in our next classes. If you have any queries, you can post down below in the comment box. And if you are preparing for any kind of competitive exams or any kind of entrance-based tests, you can just join our classes through a phone call that is given in the description box, or you can also go over to the official website of our channel and of our institution, and you can join from there also. That's it for today's class. We're going to meet once again in our next classes.